All right, in this video, I'm going to tell you what you need to do to improve your comprehension in any language quickly, how to understand any language fast. This is hard work, but it's the most efficient way, the fastest way to do it, right? By the way, this exercise, I'm going to assume that you know how the basics of the grammar work in the language and that you know most of the basic vocab. If you don't know either of those things, go watch my videos on those. Yeah, I've got an easy exercise you can use to learn the basics of grammar, how grammar works, to get a basic idea of it, general understanding at least. That's enough. And also the basics of vocab, how to memorize the most common words, a few hundred most common words quickly, so then you can understand a decent amount before you start doing this. If you start doing this from scratch, knowing absolutely nothing, it's going to be very difficult. But once you've learned the basics of grammar and a few hundred words, which is pretty easy in a few days, we can start with this. And here, what we're going to do is active recall, retrieval practice, trying to understand and then checking if you understood it correctly or not. This is much more effective than just simple listening. I'm a big fan of listening to podcasts and listening to watching stuff, documentaries, and so on in the language, but that's very slow. And that's I've done a lot of that over the years because I fell into the comprehensible input trap of you just need to watch more stuff, you need to read more, you need to listen to more content. Just listen to interesting content, and eventually you'll understand. And it's true, but it's slow as hell. And if you want results quickly, like I do, you need to do it effectively. You need to be time efficient. All right, so that you can understand the interesting stuff faster and you can enjoy it much sooner, and also you can speak, you can have conversations. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to listen to sentences without looking at the meaning. Yeah, so we want, this is French, by the way. What I recommend you do is, I mean, this is glossica, but you can do this with any kind of uh, mass sentence software, any kind of uh, database of mass sentences. You just need a long list of sentences with the meaning and the audio. And what we're going to do is listen to the sentences one by one and then check the meaning right after. Yeah. So I'm assuming you are pretty good at reading as well. If you're really slow at reading, some people are, you should work on that as well. So basically, what you need to do is listen to it without reading and then check fast to see if you understood it correctly or not, right? So
À la fête ce soir. Ah oui?
Ça sent comme s'il y avait un feu quelque part.
basically,
Non, merci. Je préférerais le faire moi-même.
Elle est arrivée au Brésil il y a 3 jours.
On m'a volé mes verres fumés à la plage hier.
basically, my eyes jump from here to here, and if necessary to here, with each sentence. I start here, so I don't close my eyes because then closing and opening your eyes is a mess if you have to do it hundreds of times. It's like you're doing Morse code or something, and it's weird. So I I'm looking at this, so not reading. I listen to it, try to guess what it means, then quickly check. If we read it, it's much more, as long as we know the vocabulary, yeah, it's much easier to understand. And if for some reason you don't know the vocabulary, then you can do from here to here to here. But if you've been memorizing the vocab and you've learned the grammar, you should be okay with just checking this after each sentence. Sometimes not even that, you can just understand it. This exercise, if you do it with a few hundred sentences a day, will very, very quickly improve your ability to understand the language. Yeah, just listen to people talk on the street, or you listen to a podcast, or you watch TV, and you notice after a couple of weeks of doing this daily, you'll notice that you can understand a lot more if you have been also learning vocabulary, obviously. But yeah, let's do a little bit more of it.
On m'a volé mes verres fumés à la plage hier. Philippa n'est jamais allée en Amérique du Sud.
J'ai engraissé d'environ 10 livres récemment. J'ai engraissé d'environ 5 kilos récemment. Je joue au tennis environ 2 fois par semaine.
Ils interdisent qu'on se gare devant l'édifice. Il achète toujours des choses chères pour frimer.
J'imagine qu'un taxi a notre meilleure chance.
À combien s'élèvent les frais de traitement?
Nous préférerions ne pas manger tout de suite.
J'aimerais prévoir 1 heure pour la réunion.
C'est qui le chanteur?
And that's it. Yeah. You probably could notice my eyes going like down, middle, sometimes up, but usually not. There were one or two words there, but Verfumen, I'd never had it for sunglasses. Yeah. Like, jump from here to here normally. But that's it. I do this with more than 1,000 sentences a day. If you do 1,000 sentences a day of this for a month, there's no way you're not going to understand native speakers. By the way, I'm doing this 1.25 speed. So this is fast. So that then when I'm listening to people in the real world, it's easier to understand them. If instead you use really slow learning materials for beginners, then you'll go in the real world and everyone will speak quickly and you'll be like, oh, this is very difficult. And they all talk over each other and very quickly, and it's going to be a pain. So instead, what you should do is train with difficult sentences, long sentences, fast sentences, without looking at the meaning, and then check. Yeah, listen, check, listen, check, listen, check, and you do it thousands of times. And after 30,000 sentences in a month, you need an hour and a half to review 1,000 sentences like this. After a couple of weeks, you notice that you start to understand a lot, and in a month, you'll understand pretty well. And that's it. This is how you understand a language quickly. Is it fun and easy? No, it's a lot of hard work. Actually, no, it's less. It's hard work, but it's much less time that you'll waste doing this. Yeah, because in 30 to 50 hours of doing this, you'll understand well. Instead, if you rather watch 2,000 hours of Dreaming Spanish, I mean, if you've got the time to waste doing that, yeah, go ahead. But honestly, I prefer like doing hard work, intensive work for like 30 hours, 60 hours, maybe maximum if the language is difficult, and understand the language well. Yeah. So intensive hard work, deliberate practice beats just casually half-assing things. Like a lot. 1 hour of this is better than 10 or 15 hours of just casually watching stuff. So yeah, do the hard work. You'll get results much faster, right? Do this for every day for an hour for a month, and you'll see results.